Namaste, Soul Tribe family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I hope you and your families are well and rested. Okay. Summer break is almost up, I do believe. Kids getting ready to go back to school for some of y'all. Some of y'all are just getting ready to go back to work. But whatever it is, you are closed off to something. This is something that is closed off. Maybe you're just closed off to the environment. But before we dive in, y'all, welcome to all being 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. Bro, over here we keep it real. Sometimes I come in hot and sometimes not. What that means is I do cuss and curse. I speak the truth and I call out names when guided too. Hopefully you can vibe like that. And if you can, allow me to be the first to welcome you. Dang, some sort of evidence is out here. Let me tell you what this energy is, y'all. Okay, listen. Somebody has the evidence that when you are closed off or when you close or cut something off, okay, or close a door, all right, they have the evidence that they really do take a spiral downward fall or something like that. This is what I'm picking up here, okay? Something about somebody has been a witness to this. Maybe it's their energy tumbles or just maybe their circumstance tumbles. Now, before I started this reading, right, I was thinking really, really hard about playing some sort of sound in the background for myself just to listen to, right? So I turn on the recorder and the icons are there was no way to accidentally click Spotify. But why does Spotify like pop up? I don't know what that is. What is that when you think something and then boom, right? Or something like that. So some of y'all could actually, I don't know what that's called. I'm gonna have to, because I was like, what? Like I thought maybe my system had just, picked up, put Spotify in it, right? Because you could play music. And I was like, but why would it do that? But I was thinking about Spotify. There's somebody that is like thinking about possibly a time where you could have thought something and then it just appeared, or there was something on your mind or a thought was on your mind and then boom, it just appeared or it happened or you needed something, it appeared, it happened. But with this energy, I'm feeling like that has happened to somebody or they have spoken about something like that. Okay, something about them refusing to give in, and they have some sort of evidence pertaining to the outcome of that. Maybe they refuse to give in to the divine, the universe. And that was the universe's way of seeing that they were closed off to the universe. And this was evident. Okay. Um, Law enforcement here, temptation, criminal history, avoiding the 12. I just realized what avoiding, or somebody told me what avoiding the 12 was, basically avoiding the police. You could be trying to avoid 12 people. Okay. Only take what resonates, but let's tap in. But before I get welcome to my A ones who are my day ones, the ones that support this space and really get the messages out there. I'm truly grateful. Soul Tribe family as a whole, the ones who have subscribed, the ones who have joined, I am truly grateful. Okay. Yeah, y'all, let's tap into this energy. Let's see what's going on here. Divine, at this time, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this message, all messages, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil, any witchcraft being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it. Clearing it, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe and thank you. Somebody also is noticing, and they do realize that you are extremely closed off to them. It's evident. Mm. I don't know if this is somebody trying to find you, trying to locate you. Maybe they think you may have just disappeared off the map, but they're thinking of you. Okay, they could be profile creeping. Okay, there could be some sort of blocked contact here. You may have blocked somebody. They could be searching for your profile, but they're blocked. Huh. So you're very closed off to an energy here. They may have tried to get you involved in something that was dealing with the law enforcement. Law enforcement, however you look at it, where there's the police, where there's just the judicial system, whatever it was, it could have been considered a temptation. Oh, I heard spoiled fruit. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Somebody could have got you caught up. Yeah. And somebody could be in denial that there is a twin flame energy out here as well. Somebody, ooh, I just heard somebody could have called them. What? Listen, somebody was in denial of something you told them. Okay. This could have been somebody that was like really, wanting to be with you, but you weren't wanting to be with them. Okay. They weren't facing the truth here. They were dismissing everything you were saying. They refused to give in. They were too controlling. They were refusing to give in to their knowing as well as whatever you were saying. And they ended up finding out that there were shared feelings between you and another, possibly. And with this mirrored emotion and your other half and reflection of soul, yeah, somebody could have been in denial that you were not interested in them and there was somebody else. They could have tried to get you caught up with the lie behind this. This is like, I don't, I'm sorry, masculines. Okay. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm about to tell you, sometimes there are female energies out there that, hey, they rather see you locked up than to be kicking it with the next. That's crazy. But this could have been what has happened. And now they're regretting it because you will never talk to them again. This is somebody who feels like, their life is falling apart and they're blaming it on themselves. But in actuality, this person was just longing for, maybe longing for clingy love kind of type energy. Okay, but says blamable, being distant, guilty, feeling ashamed. Somebody could have made a false police report on you or something like that, or, just didn't want to see you with somebody else. So, mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. They were in denial of a union. I know. Ooh, wait. But now they want to try to come back and reconcile. Okay. They're asking for a second chance, but you're not gonna do it. And you're very closed off to this energy, or somebody is, and they're in denial. They're in denial about this. They're in denial about you being or wanting to be with someone else. Wow. They're in denial of a union that you're in or could be in. Wow. And this energy may even be carrying your child. Really? Oh boy. Don't let no crazy one see this reading, okay? I'm just saying, family, you don't need no problems because if they done went through the extent to putting somebody in jail because they just didn't want them to be with somebody else, Lord, and they find out this woman over here could be pregnant, okay? They may come back telling you they're trying to entrap you, okay? Or they have, or they may come back with this pregnancy story, no telling here. But I feel like you could be really tied to someone else and they could be expecting your child. Maybe this was somebody that was just a one night stand. I heard Fatal Attraction. Damn. Y'all remember that movie? Fatal Attraction? Mm. And at the bottom of the deck, very jealous. This is very jealous energy, okay? They could be talking behind your back, spreading rumors now, okay? Being envious and real petty, seeking attention, maybe trying to, defile your name, your character, and everything else, telling people that you were playing with their heart. Mm. Ooh. Yeah, they're on an emotional coaster ride, ups and downs, clashing like waves. And that may have been what you were experiencing with this energy. Masculine. This is a masculine read today, really. You are with a divine femme. Wow. And there's some evidence that somebody does have a lot of feelings or they care about a divine feminine. This divine feminine may be carrying your child, or this is somebody that you would not mind carrying your child. Divine feminine energy out here, someone who's a leader, strong intuition, empathetic heart, and a healer to others. And this is the big secret, okay? This is the big secret. This secret is out. Somebody feels like they're being judged or compared when it compared up against a divine feminine, and they're hiding their real truths about it. So somebody could have been trying to put a divine femme on a roller coaster ride, clashing waves, ups and downs, because they knew a secret. They knew that there was somebody out there that really wanted to be with this divine feminine. That secret has been exposed, and this person is being looked at as a hater. They're in denial of this twin flame connection. Damn, that's a lot. If you're not conceiving a child, you could have been Empress energy or in Empress energy, all the queens in the upright position. All the queens in the tarot deck in the upright position is like Empress energy. But this person, there's somebody out here that was living a lifestyle and it's a double life, okay? In the closet, secrets being held, okay, on the down low. But there were some options that they had, okay? So somebody here just decided to do them, all right? With these options, they just decided to do them. They were juggling the connection here. There could have been somebody who was addicted to being a player. Now, that double life doesn't mean that they had to be seeing same sex, but I feel with this energy, they were seeing other women, lots of other women. But somebody wanted to be the main female here or something like that, and they weren't. So they were willing to cause a lot of havoc in both divine masc and divine feminine's life. Yeah, opposition, holding on. They couldn't let go. Didn't I say this person was clingy? That's the energy. Like they're real clingy, whoever this is. Hmm. Let me get two more. Yeah, this was a risk. Even getting involved with this energy was a risk, okay? Because they may have, looked at it as a partner to partner type thing, but then things turned unsafe. Somebody started seeing that this person was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, a straight up fatal attraction energy. Mm, damn. Mm. It could be a fire sign. Wow, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Mm-mm. That this divine masculine is showing some sort of appreciation for, or this is the person that is showing that they are a fatal attraction. Oh, brother. Yeah, somebody's had let somebody know that they were enjoying you. They enjoyed your good vibes, okay? And they could be expressing love. This might have triggered somebody. Somebody got triggered because somebody was showing you too much love or was expressing love for you. Whew. Mm-mm. I feel like somebody's out here dealing with someone, yep, that is, there is an energy that it could be reminiscent about you. Only take it how it resonates. They may be wanting to come back and start a family with you, Divine Mask. Okay. This could be somebody, there's a mutual feeling here, but I feel like this divine feminine energy is like, really focusing on herself, her path, her calling, her purpose, and you could be reminiscing about this divine feminine, okay, looking at the photo, looking at her photos or going, or going back in memory lane, okay, thinking about the good times, thinking about, what it would be like to dwell or live with them. But somebody is reminiscing. Mm. And at the bottom of the deck, yes, I cannot make it up. There is a divine masculine out here that could be, thinking about their new boo, somebody that made them feel happy, somebody that sees them for who they are, seeing someone in a new, through new eyes or through a new pair of eyes, new love blossoming, enjoying in enjoying each other and new love blossoming. I feel like there is somebody here that is starting to realize that they are in love with the divine feminine, but they may be stuck with a karmic. There's somebody that's stuck with a karmic, or this karmic person is just crazy. Okay. Damn, that's crazy. Ugh, too much. Tell me about this closed off spirit. Yeah. Somebody's having an emotional release. Mm. Somebody here needs to go through some whole purification because they are going through an emotional release right now, denying some things. They could be going, wow, okay. Now this is interesting. It was I watch a lot of Eastern culture, Asian movies, and there was a series and it was called The Trigger. Oh, yep, there it goes. It's called The Trigger or something like that. And there is a man like it, and it's a series, so that it's going through, I guess different things that were happening, but there was a man that was like replaying all kind of stuff or playing things over and over in his mind, right? But he would get so upset to where he would just go in his room and just scream to the top of his lungs, but no sound was coming out. It was like he was just enraged. This is kind of what this is making it, it made me think of that because I was like, that's interesting because I mean, I feel like somebody here has held on to some emotions or some balled up energy for a very long time, and they were in denial about their true feelings for somebody. They realized that when I feel like somebody realized that somebody was really into someone else and not them, but they could have been denying that. They could have been ignoring what somebody was telling them or saying to them, right? Um, you know, long time ago it was on like Facebook or something, but the man said something like, believe a man when he, tells you he really don't want nothing from you, but maybe SEX. And maybe this person didn't believe that. And she could have entrapped somebody with a baby. Look, they was trying to escape this person. And this person could have trapped someone with a baby. Like, they could be saying they're pregnant right now. And somebody could be trying to escape this person who's in denial. Damn, that's too much. Yeah. Light the darkness is here. Yeah, somebody was explaining that they truly do. They're clear on who they love. Mm. Light the darkness with love, clarity, and awareness between union and pregnancy. Yes, somebody was letting somebody know, look, I know whatever, whatever, but I really do truly love this person. I want to be with them. And that sent somebody over the edge. This person went over the edge. They could be a fatal attraction. I ain't lying. And I just saw the lady's face with the blonde hair and how crazy she was looking. That quick flash. Now, I'm not saying that that was you, family. Hold on. I'm just saying that movie, Fatal Attraction, right? Somebody made it very clear that they wanted to have a union with someone else. And there's somebody that's not hearing it. They could be doing things. They could have started practicing some sort of witchcraft. Oh, shit. And then we have a battle within these emotions. Yeah, somebody on this roller coaster ride, they're having a battle within behind the divine feminine energy. Mm. Yeah, the unknown is here. Okay. Somebody is surrendering to the curiosity and they went on and broke down. This person right here, family, for whoever you are, you got a platform, they searching for you. You could have blocked this person or your platform's not public. Okay. It's not something that anybody could just go look up or it's just hidden. Okay. But they went on and broke down and they just wanted to know what it was about you that has this energy so into you. Damn. And there's evidence that they've been searching or looking you up. And at the bottom of the deck, we have heal through art. So, this twin flame energy and whoever this person is that's going through some sort of regret, spirit is advising them to go on and try to heal through some sort of artwork. Maybe they like art, maybe they are into art or they're an artist of some sort. But because they're so, hooked on you, I don't know if they're trying to find their niche or if they're just really, searching you up because you have, in their eyes, taken somebody away from them that they love. And I feel like they were warned, or this person really tried to let them know, I'm not into you like that. But they didn't care. They had a relentless craving here when it came to this union, this pregnancy, right? And they wanted that. They wanted that to be their life. So they could be very jealous, okay, with this relentless craving out here. They were trying to consume. They were trying to consume someone with some eroding habits. Wow. All over jealousy. Damn. Yep. And this was the shadow blossom. I feel like you're divine feminine. You just been moving around. Okay. A rose here. Beautiful, but but those thorns will prick you type energy. And I feel that you're just resilient and you're just nurturing by nature. And this energy right here, wait, somebody feels like they could have been keeping you a secret, keeping their feelings the way they felt about you a secret. I am feeling that this is why this person is so like up in their head right now because they're talking about saying something like, why didn't they see all these signs? They should have seen the signs. This is what I'm hearing. They should have seen the signs. They should have seen the signs. They should have known better. And that's why they're up in their head. But it's like this masculine was saying something to them and they just didn't want to believe it. But I also feel like they were in denial. As denial is out here, they were just in denial of what they were hearing this masculine say when it came to you. Whew, that was draining. Woo, that was a lot. That somebody was in denial when it came to you. These unforeseen patterns here, okay? The beliefs, the hope. I saw hope, but it was the beliefs, the hope, okay? Hoping they could reprogram this person to see them as this energy they wanted versus you as this energy they wanted. Yeah. Or want to be with. Mm. Becoming more spirit. Yeah. They were trying to reprogram them through deception, trying to act like they were something they weren't or something like that. hmm Hidden desires out here. So through some sort of unseen pattern of deception, somebody's true hidden desires were coming out. Somebody started seeing that this person was more than just a friend, whatever they claimed they were just going to be, okay? They were starting to see that this person was trying to be more than a friend to them. And they may not have wanted that person. Seriously, family, they may not have wanted that person. And that was offensive to them. That could have been offensive to them, okay? For them to find out that they really would never even consider being with them. But somebody started seeing those unseen patterns of deception that was leading them to hidden desires. And this person is having an emotional release. Somebody's trying to escape their ass. Damn. Something about them, with the lighting, the darkness coming here, somebody realized they loved a divine feminine energy. A lot of clarity and awareness was brought to a person that could have been arrogant in the beginning. Divine Femme, you may have wanted to be with this person, maybe, I don't know, but you may have wanted to be with them. but something about their arrogance here. I feel like you're somebody that could be very humble, but it was like they had not been through the humility yet, and you were aware of this through your growth. Mm, okay. Yeah, this person had limiting beliefs here. Their mindset was closed off. Yep. Both of their mindsets were closed off in actuality. The masculine energy and this energy over here, feminine energy, who's in denial, going on a roller coaster ride or roof, and that's a big wave too, boy. They are having some ups and downs. Seriously, it's tied to their mindset. Okay, something about this self realization. Somebody is starting to realize something about themselves here. Maybe both parties are. Yeah, whatever it is, it's draining. I know that. Yeah. Looking at soul mirrors here, having an open heart, a healing union. Somebody could be seeing or in visualizing that with you now, family, but you may be distant from this person, out of reach, maybe closed off to this energy. Yeah. You could be a wounded healer at this time. Only take what resonates though. But yeah, you still have empathy and compassion, and your purpose is healing because you too were once wounded. But I feel like you've moved on, you've grown, you've evolved, you've ascended, you've transformed a lot of negative energy and turned it into powerful energy through creating something or through creation. Okay. Mm. This person never showed themselves any compassion. That might be why there's a rough ride for them right now. They may have been showing others compassion all the while, and they figured this was the one time that maybe they were taking something to heart. Maybe they were not believing what it was that a masculine energy was saying to them. Masculine, flip the roles as you see fit. There could have been a feminine energy that was telling you something and you just wasn't taking heed to it. Yeah. And that's where this dark reflection popped out, truth seeking liberation. So once somebody realized the truth, they couldn't handle that shit. Damn. Somebody just couldn't realize, couldn't handle the truth. I heard that. I don't know if I want to. Oh, shit. I'll listen. Somebody couldn't handle the truth. Mm. And they're just now realizing that everything they did was for nothing. They could have really been trying to win somebody over that was for someone else. Yeah. They thought this pop culture influence energy was going to, get them in there or something like that. It says allow pop culture. It says allow pop culture to dictate or influence reality. They were creating a dictatorial view or some sort of perception of how the real world operates. Damn. Did y'all see that? Hmm. Maybe this person is in some sort of industry, music industry, and they figured if they could be all their fantasy, and then you have, yeah, generational karma here. So behaviors, experiences, and unresolved issues. Huh. Somebody felt like they were being passed up or passed down. Mm. Someone wanted to go towards someone that was tied to their family roots. You may have inherited the generational karma, whether it be good or bad. You could be a generational curse breaker or have the ability to break. curses throughout the generations. Wow. Someone was getting a lot of lip service too. Okay. Empty promises dressed as gold here, worth the sensual, sincere words of sensual. Now, with this bow on her lip, damn, ain't that a gift wrapped in a present? That's making me feel like this person had the gift to gab, a lip service here. Uh, words that sound sincere but lack genuine support or commitment. Oh boy. Uh-oh. That could have been this feminine energy here that, damn, have very cunning words, maybe saying everything that this masculine wanted to hear but wasn't delivering on it. Yeah, sex capades. Look at all this here. A masculine realized that their future wasn't with this person. They were out of sync because it was all about sex. Damn. Shit. This person was giving lip service. Somebody was looking at their future. Like, what does that bring? Some sort of, yeah, right. Looking at their future. Like, what does that bring? And it was an uncertain future. They could have been feeling, very anxious around this person, anxiety about what's next. That could have been keeping this person stuck. They could have been like, trying to, what's next? When are we gonna get married? I mean, is this it? Is this it? Somebody was looking at their future like, shit, I don't know if I want a future with you. They were navigating through some things here. This masculine saw that this energy was out of sync. Maybe a feminine energy saw that her and a masculine was out of sync, feeling disconnected from loved ones, not aligned or what is that? Coordinated, a lack of timing or harmony. I only take that how it resonates, you know what I'm saying? Because some loved ones, if you're disconnected from them, is because they did something to you. That's the only reason. In this energy here, though, I feel like this masculine realized that, there's more to life than just sex. What's going to happen after? Oh, shit. I don't want to. What's going to happen after one of y'all stop working or something like that? Oh, boy, I'm done. That was a quick message, right? Yeah, somebody was feeling entrapped here. And they're just feeling like they're being used just for sex, or that's all that this person wants, or something like that. It says romantic or sexual exploits. Okay, secret sex. Wow. Secret sex acts. Unexpected flings and forbidden. And maybe that's what they were seeing their life was all about, or that's the journey, or that's where they were headed, dealing with this energy over here. Okay. Tell me more, spirit. That's a lot. That's too much for me. Yes, this was their food for thought. Yep, this was their food for thought. Maybe they started separating things here. It says things are separate. Okay, keeping things apart, maybe keeping you apart from this lifestyle. Okay, not allowing different parts of life to intervene or interfere with what was going on. This is this masculine. He could have been doing that. He could have got wise counsel when it came to that too. He could have already known his future was going to be with you, and that whatever he was doing then, he had to keep you separate from it. And he got wise counsel from that. But look, y'all both might be wise. You got two owls. I'm gonna say the bigger one's the masculine and the smaller one's the feminine energy here, okay? But it was advice from someone knowledgeable, helping them to navigate a tricky situation. And something about the gap year of 2040 and 2041. Okay, taking a break to figure out what they want or what you want. Resting period, a time out from reality. Okay, some of y'all could be going through the gap year right now. I don't know if you sped up to that timeline or what, but now it feels like this is what it is. You could be in a gap year now. just resting, figuring out what it is that you want. Somebody might know that. Yeah. And somebody's up here, they're pissed because they never did ask for this unsolicited advice. So maybe this masculine got this advice and it changed his trajectory, his direction. Unsolicited advice here. Wow. People offering advice you didn't ask for or they didn't ask for. This person's pissed because somebody advised them about you. They feel like somebody was butting in their business, got involved where their advice wasn't wanted, intrusive, or unwelcome. This person might have it out for whoever that is, too. This feel like somebody out here to me is crazy as fuck. Okay, I'm just ooh wee. I'm just gonna tell you, family, this motherfucker is crazy. I'm just gonna put it out there because there's too much already going on. There's you know, if you hey, it's okay, let them go. If they're meant to be, they'll come back. But all that, but they feel like they put in too much. They've done too much for this energy. It's something they don't just want to let go. I feel like they don't want to just let this go. Somebody feels like, why him? Why her? And I feel like it's just because of who you are that this masculine has chosen you over this energy, but this feminine energy don't want to let this masculine go. They feel like, they've done the work for him or done whatever, but he was advised not to bring you into whatever it is he does. Yeah. Something about your path you took and the path they took, there was a love language that was discovered here. Something about them understanding you more. It says understanding how to express and receive love finds the key to your heart and unlocking secret codes. Maybe they found a way to your heart. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Or they're trying to. And Grandma Stay wanted to come out, don't she? They could have received advice from an older figure who helped them out. Someone who loves you dearly without judgment. This was a wise soul. This masculine, wow. I just heard this masculine could have had a dream and your grandma was in it. She gave him some she gave him some sort of wise counsel when it came to when it came to connecting with you or how to connect with you. Something about keeping whatever his lifestyle was hidden from you. Don't involve you in it. This person knows because you wouldn't even be a part of that. So he had to keep his lifestyle separate. Jeez. Okay. Yep. They could have found themselves telling white lies here just because they didn't want to clash with this culture. This other person, maybe there could be a cultural difference. Do you hear me? Oh, so they were telling white lies, okay? Sugarcoating things. Mm. Putting a band-aid over it, like somebody trying to ask you questions but then you just keep going around the questions, possibly avoiding the questions or just putting a band-aid over these arguments that were being had. This is giving me an energy like a masculine is out here. He want to come towards you but he can't because he got a cray on his ass. It says surrounding. I mean, excuse me, sugar. The K. He surrounded himself with this energy, but he was sugarcoating something, putting a band-aid to cover up potential wounds. They were bending the truth, altering this person's reality. Damn it, trying to avoid hurting their feelings because there was something about this energy over here that they knew. There was a lot of differences here in the background that were causing them to, misunderstand what he was relaying to them, the different values and lifestyles. Oh, Lord. So this is somebody that was like, you say you don't want me, but you constantly having, snacks with me. We constantly in the bedroom, we doing things, but you say you don't want me. This is somebody that was confused by that because within their culture, I guess if they're having sex, that means you want them, you want to be with them. It's not like you just want them for a one night stand, or it's not like you just want them, you know what I'm saying, family, just to kick it with you for a moment. There was a cultural difference here, a cultural clash. Damn. Ooh. This may be where some of the attacks are coming from, divine feminine energy that's upset. Yeah, because there was double standards here. Unfair expectations in a relationship, unfair or damn, hypercritical treatment. Ooh, it. I don't know why I just heard Mr. T. I pity the fool because this is an energy like that's their energy. This energy is like somebody that should not have been played with. This feminine energy over here, whoever was playing with her feelings and her emotions, this motherfucker ready to snap. Hmm. They feel that there were bonds forged in fire here. Damn. They feel like there was a strong connection, okay, built through this shared struggles. Okay. They could have been in some struggles together. This feminine feels like she bailed this masculine out. How dare he leave her for you? You ain't did no work. She should be reaping these benefits. Ooh. Strong and resilient relationship is what she's saying, but this masculine isn't seeing it that way with her, or she's not seeing that way with him. Take it how it resonates. Oh, we, damn. Yeah, see, somebody's pissed off. They feel like you stole their spotlight. Someone is taking credit for your work, or they feel like you're taking credit for their work. I feel like they just feel like you stole the spotlight. This feminine energy feels like she did all the work, but you stole the fucking spotlight. Like you overshadowed her, and she never recognized it, but now she's starting to. Oh boy. Ooh. Mm. Something about a lucky break here. Okay. Fortune opportunity appears out of nowhere. Unexpected stroke of luck, positive changes in your life. And this is what they're seeing. This is what they feel happened for you. And that's bad because this energy right here is really pissed off about that. They feel like you stole the spotlight from them. Mm. And that could be driving them crazy. They could have started with this subtle manipulation over here. They could have started trying to subtly manipulate this circumstance or situation. Yeah, a situation where someone is quietly pulling the strings, not aware of being controlled. This masculine could have felt like that's what was happening. They could have tied something back to this energy with this slow motion fight. Somebody trying to start shit with you or shit with them. It says a fight that lasts a long time. So they could have been trying to get away from this energy, but it was like you were just always coming up. No matter what, you came up. This was a fight that lasted a very long time. They were praying and hoping and wishing for calm moments with small storms always, surfacing. They found themselves in a bad situation, and that bad situation may have lasted a very long time. Mm. Y'all, that's why I say you got to be careful about who you get involved with. Because not all cultures, look at things the same way as others do. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Like there are some cultures that shit, when y'all have sex, you basically are married. She looking at them now like you suck. Okay. She could be also, evil eyeing or mean mugging down your damn platform. Okay. Expressing some sort of disrespect or contempt, indirect or subtle insults. Yeah, wanting somebody to say goodbye to you or wanting something to happen. Okay. But with this social media and you suck type energy, this is somebody that's evil eye and something you're doing. It's a feminine energy too. Some sort of indirect but subtle insult or criticism, scrutinizing someone here. She could be scrutinizing you. I don't know, family, when you read through your comments, you may be picking up on this person's energy for whoever I'm speaking to now. You're a divine feminine. You have a platform or something like that. Mhm. It says the long goodbye, connection slowly fading without confrontation, a candle slowly burning instead of blowing it out. So this could have been their relationship for a while. And at the bottom of somebody was watching you have an epic comeback while they was stuck in a lot of toxicity. And you're bouncing back stronger after a setback. Nothing is holding you down, and you're the phoenix rising. And that's what somebody was looking at. Mm. Mm-mm. It's a Kev out on here. And look, yeah, you may yeah, I'm telling you, you are a divination practitioner of some sort. Okay. Psychic medium, tarot card, oracle card reader. Okay. Somebody's mean mugging, looking at your platform, mad because they feel like you done stole their man. Yeah, somebody's upset because they feel like you have stole their man. You're able to, I heard Miss Cleo, you may think, somebody's out here thinking like, damn, you know, they can't amount to you or something like that. They could have tried to tell them that you were a divination abuser or a spiritual hater or something like that, but really you're not. You've moved on from this energy and you're very enamored. And I feel like you're in love and enamored with yourself. Self love is the best love. I be telling people, self love is the best love, honey. You can sleep in, get up, cook. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, if you feel like working out, working out. If you don't, just pop taking your vitamins type energy. But yeah, you've been loving on yourself. You moved on from this situation. And I feel like this masculine is looking at it like, damn, they don't want you to go. They rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. Who? Yeah. Okay. Shit, they like, girl, I'd rather be with you. Look, this masculine could have found itself in some sort of legal situation here. What's this legal here for, spirit? Why is legal here? Uh-uh. They could have found themselves, and y'all, shit. I wish you could have seen that. This bad boy flipped and stood straight up against my chest. Yes, there is a karmic masculine that is in some sort of legal situation here behind this feminine energy. They could have made this person's life worse. They could have filed a false police report on this karmic masculine energy here. They like, karmic, you ain't going nowhere. You staying with me. We built this shit. We built this city. But now look, they upset. They're in their head about this because this person can't believe that they went to this extent just to keep this masculine away from you. They could have put this man in jail. Shit. Damn, that's fucked up. Some sort of testimony that was a lie. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, somebody put somebody in jail over them finding out that you was their real love. They was like, shit, before you go to them, shit, I will mess your whole world up. I heard that. I'm sorry. Keep the energy separate. Okay. Yeah, somebody is going, look, I can't make it up over these false lies, over these false statements. Somebody done put a masculine in jail over some false lies and statements just because they found out that this person really loved you. Damn, that's crazy. Now that shit happens every day. That's nuts too. Yeah. And they're surprised. You could even be surprised to know this. This might be why you haven't heard from somebody I'm hearing. If you're used to hearing from somebody or somebody checks up on you, this is why you haven't heard from them. They in jail. The bitch done put them in jail. Look, while you out here manifesting your best life and they still looking at you and they're jealous and mad, okay? Because they really want you to move on. Damn. Tell me more. Look, but you ain't bound to nothing. You ain't under no bondage. You ain't bound to nothing. This person is pissed, okay? Because I feel like you are living the life that they want or they have wanted or they would have wanted. Your lifestyle or the way you live or the life that you have. And they're up here pissed off and jealous because you haven't moved on, but you have moved on, but they may not like the fact that you have a platform. This is causing them a lot of emotional pain because it's like you'll never be gone or something like that. Not if you got a platform and this masculine is always on it. Damn. Ooh, imagine trying to even compete. Like that sucks. I don't like that energy for anybody to try to compete like that, right? Like you're you family and they're them, but it's like you have a hold of something that they wanted to have a hold of, and it's another person's heart, whether they're masculine or feminine energy. They can't handle that shit. It is literally tearing somebody up that you are in you in everybody's view every day type energy. They don't like this. Okay. Tell me more about the divination and manifestation. There it is. It's damn. Like you manifesting what was best for you in your life has this person full of animosity. Can't stand you type energy. Pissed off. This is somebody that's jealous, envious, walking around bitter, holding anger in, and also in some sort of emotional pain. A whole hot damn mess. And they're pissed off because you're not bound to anything. You're not even bound to this masculine energy. You're not bound to nothing. The only thing you're focusing on is the divine, your angels, ancestors, and spiritual guides. Look, you're not bound to anything. So you could travel at will. You could do get up and go when you get ready type energy. They are hurt about this. Do you hear me? Why is the priest and a rich lady here in the reverse? Why is the priest and a rich lady here in the reverse? Maybe they went to a priest and a priest told them they were going, yeah, they was going to achieve success. Somebody could have told someone that, they could have tried. Ooh, why am I getting somebody went to a practitioner? The practitioner told them you weren't a rich lady, but you were going to achieve success. This is what they went to a practitioner and found out. What else did this practitioner say? Or a priest? Whatever they said, it concerned their ass. They were concerned to find this out. Damn. Mm. Huh. You may have achieved a lot. Yep. They were concerned to find out that you were going to be single, sexy, and successful. You may not be rich, but you have made some achievements. And that, they didn't like that. They didn't like that energy, family. You hear me? They did not like that energy because you've achieved more than them. That would make you a competitor of theirs. Tell me more, Spirit. Mm. And you got to live a very long life. This person could have, thought she did a death spell magic on you or did some sort of, ritual work within her culture that she felt was going to work. But that priest told her, yeah, no, she's not rich, but she's going to achieve a lot. That concerned them. So then they went and tried to do some sort of death spell magic on you and it reversed. Yeah, buddy. I told you at the bottom of the deck. Now they evil eyeing you. Look, they're pissed off because they're starting to realize that you're being held in high honor. Damn, this motherfucker's crazy. I am not. Well, let me tell you. When you get this kind of shit going on, this is a crazy person. This is somebody I wouldn't even let in my, not saying you would, family, but shit, just be cautious of these crazy ass women out here that will go to no all the lengths to have a masculine with them. As far as even putting his ass in jail and shit, the bitch is crazy enough, she'll try to go to jail just so they can be pen pals, okay? But someone was upset because that transition spell magic they did, it reversed. Now they just out here evil eyeing you, okay? Peeking up, but not wanting to remove the veil, just peeking from around behind the veil, exactly. And you're somebody held in high honor, and they could have done something to try to set you up, and put you in jail, okay? They may have a child with this masculine too. They're being seen as being a nice guy. Damn. Woo. Tell me more. Yeah, this is a sticky situation. I wouldn't want to be in this. I'm telling you. Look, somebody sees that you changed. You in your North Node. And that's why you are in this position. You may not be rich, but you're achieving things. So it's like the death spell magic that she did or they did or whoever this was that did this shit. It's like, nah, think again. Come again. Damn. Hmm. This change, you're looking better, feeling better, smelling better. Okay. Yeah. And this somebody's awakened to this. They have awakened to it. Oh, wait. They have awakened to you being this North Node energy. You may have been in South Node energy, but I feel like for the majority of your life, you've been in North Node energy. Oof. At the bottom of the deck, it all came from you surrendering to the divine and focusing on yourself, showing yourself love. But you got a whole bunch of people around you that are not happy with with this change, with this transformative change that you're currently going through now at all. Especially when it comes to your creativity. They are pissed. Okay. There's somebody out here upset about your creativity. I promise you. Look. They're upset about your creativity. And look what came out on the fence. I feel like, they wanted you, okay, to be excommunicatoed, okay? It came out on the fence. Now it's in reverse here. It came out on the fence. This person could be wondering if whatever spell they did, if it's gonna come back to them, if they're gonna have another chance to do it again. Why is this card over here? It does not belong. Yes, this person, I can't make it up, is looking at revenge now. Mad because they feel like their whole life has been messed up behind you because this death spell magic didn't work. This bitch better sit down before her ass get consumed by her ancestors. With this memory out here, I feel like somebody's going crazy trying to do witchcraft ritual work and it just keeps backfiring. And now her ass is looking crazy as fuck. Now she looking like this. Damn. Ooh, I cannot make it up. Hunt in the reverse. She can't hunt you down no more. Some demons done turned on the very ones this energy done conjured up has turned on them, turned on her. Yeah, because it's the time for healing for you, family. This is the time for healing for you. Ooh. And you got out here sacred transformation. That's what you've gone through is the sacred transformation. Somebody over here is losing their whole spagoodles. Okay, they done lost their damn mind. And they don't even realize that whatever they were doing, it is now eating them up. I can't make it up. They have not adapted to that fact. This person hasn't adapted to this fact at all. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Mm-mm. Woo! Yeah, something is. You got the hangman out here. Mm. Somebody doesn't realize that while they were performing some sort of sacrificial rituals on you, they were putting themselves in stagnation. They were delaying themselves. They should have been moving on, finding their purpose. Damn. Three of Swords energy. Yep. Because they didn't do it. They're going through all kind of, betrayal and heartbreak, or at least it feels like a betrayal to them. Some sort of heartbreak for them. Mm. While they look at you, get your 10 of Cups. Damn. While your wishes are being granted, wish fulfillment, carrying on, moving on, living happy, followed by the Nine of Pentacles, single, sexy, successful, energy, very independent. Somebody realizes they put too much time, energy, and effort into the wrong things, maybe the wrong person, the wrong situations and circumstances. Somebody's realizing that they might be too old to change now or something like that. They feel like they have missed their calling. I can't make it up. Somebody's upset because you have stepped into your 10 of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and Emperor energy. There's somebody coming towards you who's a leader. And with this Knight of Swords that's out here, you could be somebody that's like, very witty, okay, a fast thinker. You can make changes or you could bring in changes as you need to. Fast thinking here. Mm, okay, this is crazy. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, this is your justice. Okay, this was bringing in balance, stability to your life because I'm telling you, family, you've come a long way. You've been living a chaotic life because you were having a lot of witchcraft and a lot of projections and a lot of negativity thrown at you your whole life, but you still withstood through the turbulence and the chaos and all the death spell magic that these people were putting on you. Shit, it made you even stronger. Your spiritual team was with you the whole time. Hmm. Your spiritual team was with you the whole time, celebrating your accomplishments and your achievements, the way you brought balance to something. Let me get two more. Three. Three more. One. Okay. Yep. The moon. So whatever illusions that they tried to put in front of you through witchcraft, through just, family projection and all of that, listen, you saw through it. You saw through these illusions. I feel like, you might be strong Piscean energy here, but you saw through the illusions. Okay. There's the Eight of Cups out here. So you already knew you were going to walk away from scorpionic energy. Somebody tried to, put you in some sort of energy of where you were going to experience a transition and it wasn't going to be for the best. And then you got the Nine of Cups and the Page of Wands. They were very excited about doing this. This masculine might know about this, know about a witch that was doing some sort of dark magic. That might be why you walked away from them. This scorpionic energy. It's a Scorpio you dealing with. Death came out three times in the reverse, on the fence, and then in the upright. It's a Scorpio that you were dealing with. They could have been practicing, they could have been some sort of witch or warlock. Take it how it resonates. I feel like, but there's scorpionic energy that's going through this, and that's crazy to me. Could be your father, a brother, or somebody. I just heard that. Okay. Maybe not so much a lover, but a father or a brother or something like that. That's crazy. Okay. And then you have Nine of Cups out here. So somebody's watching you get satisfaction, and they could be enthusiastic about this. They could be happy for you, even though they're going through something. They could be happy for you because, after all, you were their main attraction. They were attracted to you. So somebody's feeling like as long as you straight, they're straight. Yeah. Nine of Wands energy. Yeah. You went through a lot. You went through a lot and you're still standing. You've been going through battle after battle after battle, fighting all kind of opposition and adversity. Damn. And they've been a witness to this. Last message. Mm. Wow. Not I look over and see that. Whoa, and not these go flying. Hold on, because I do not want to roll over my cards. Look, so you got out here the Page of Pentacles, but it came out in the reverse. And then the Queen of Swords here. So you're very sharp minded, but then with this Page of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like that's what was pissing them off, is that they were trying to block a lot of opportunities for a lot of opportunities, and they couldn't. You may not have even been knowing someone was trying to block your opportunities, and then this cat want to come out and say, yeah, but they still have love for you, both of you. I love you both type energy. So somebody could have just went to jail to quiet down the noise to get away from one, but not going to be with you. And they're just going to be like, okay, they're accepting their fate is what I'm hearing. See, I cannot make it up. They are accepting their fate. They're accepting their judgment. Ooh, I'm going to leave this energy here because that was enough for me. Okay, family. Hopefully this resonates. Hopefully you provide you with some clarity on the matter or the situation and circumstance and all players involved. Okay. But that is the energy for this message today. I'm going to stop saying reading for this message today. Okay. I love you and the divine loves you. Let's close out. At this time, Divine, I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.